G'day everyone. Welcome to Xrissart. My name is Chrissy, and in today's live stream, I thought, well, first of all, Happy New Year to everyone, and hope everyone had a really nice break. So for the first live stream on here on YouTube, I thought to do something really simple, and what I'm going to do is do the exact same project, but with I'm going to do one pastel, and I'm going to do then and then I'm going to do oils. So I'm going to go ahead and g'day Silke, hello, how you going? I've changed the live stream times. Yeah, I used to do the Saturday mornings, but I thought, look, I'll go back to my old times. So anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. So I've done what I've done is I've done the background, and I love calla lilies. I think they're very elegant flowers, actually. Anyway, and we're going to do an abstract portrait. So she's going to be a little bit unusual. What else? So I'm just going to go right ahead. How are you going, Silke? Oh, hello, Angie. Oh, sorry, no, it's not Angie. Oh, Dee. Hello, Dee. Hello, how are you going? Hello, Angie. Oh my goodness. Hello. Just wiping the sleep out of my eyes. Am I dreaming? Is this Chrissy? Yes, it is. Love the new time. Okay, cool. All right. So I went ahead, and because I really wanted to concentrate on the portrait, that's why I sort of did everything else. But I'm just going to go right into it, and I just, yeah, so as I mentioned before, I'm going to do the oil painting version, and there's a reason why I'm going to do that, is because I was asked a question. Oh, hello, love flowers. Oh, wonderful. This painting. Oh, thank you so much, Silke. Okay, so the reason behind this is that I was asked what do I prefer? Do I prefer oils, or do I prefer pastels? And you know, sometimes it's like asking me, which one of your children do you love the most? You know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, geez, it was a very hard question to answer. And well, I did answer it, of course. You know, I said, well, pastels probably. Well, no, I did say pastels, but you know, it's but oils were my first love. So anyway, so then I thought, oh well, that would be a really cool idea if I did the same painting, well, exactly the same, but one doing pastels versus oils. So next week I'm going to be doing the same thing, but only in I'll be doing them in oils. So this will be a very interesting project, and let me see if my love for oils is still the same. I haven't painted with oils in a while, so yeah, I'm just going to be trying a whole heap of new mediums. You know, what can I say this year? I mean, a little bit more, anyway, shall we say? Okay. So I hope everyone had a really nice break. I tell you what, I had a really nice break. I was off from the Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve. I broke up from my day job, and ended up, you know, having 2 weeks off. And I thought, well, this is a really nice. It's a nice break, and you know, because I do quite a bit. Some of it you don't see, but some of it you don't, like art-wise, that is. Some of it you don't see, and some of them sometimes you do. But you know, but yes. So, and I did some painting. I did, actually there were times when I did nothing, but then there were times when I did do stuff, you know, and I did a bit of plein air painting. The clouds kept on changing on me. That was my problem. Oh my gosh, I couldn't paint fast enough. Yes, so yeah. And I've gone, I'm back to work, my day job that is, this week. So it's all happened this week. So everything started. Yeah, so I thought this would be an interesting little exercise for me to do this in oils as well. I wonder what it'll look like in oils. I know what it'll look like in oils. It'll be probably shiny, something like that. Oh, g'day Cherry, hello there, how you going? Okay. So what time is it in the UK? Because I must be around lunchtime there, I reckon. Got to be around lunchtime, and I think because Dee and Angie, you're in. Hang on, no, Angie's in Canada, but Dee's in the US, so it must be very early in the morning. Well, I know it would be very early in the morning in the US for sure. Oh, and of course, I needed to also mention I've put a notification. I put a notification for the landscape challenge, for which our dear friend will be judging again. So yeah, there's that. Can't wait to see all of that happen. And of course, when I say a landscape challenge, you know, if you feel that you wanted to do a seascape, that's also included. Urbanscapes, that's also included. I'm not going to be too fussed. What's that going on there? I'm not going to be too, you know, I'm not. I mean, if you wanted to do a spacescape, I don't know, but yeah. But I thought it would be, yeah, that's what the rules are. 5:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh. D, 6:30 for you. Oh, okay, and it's 11:30 in the UK. Right, gotcha. Well, we know who the early risers are. Yeah. All right. I know it's early, but testing a few times here, so yeah. Yeah, so that's the challenge, of course. That's something which I'm really looking forward to seeing, which would be nice. And so what else has everyone been up to? And by the way, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions because I never keep them. And so I'm not doing any, I'm not making any New Year's resolutions. Sometimes I think I'll end up breaking it, so better if I don't. So I think it's time for everyone to get their morning coffee, I think. Yeah. This is my first calla lily actually. This is, I haven't done any. This is the first time I've done a calla lily. And I'm thinking how elegant. As I was painting it, I'm thinking, wow. This is another one which I think I'll probably be doing more calla lilies. Like I do tulips. Yeah. And this painting is it's 25 by 30 centimeters on green, dark green Pastelmat. Yep. And as you can see, I've gone ahead and done quite a bit. I actually like this size. This size is really nice, even for when I'm doing portraits. I really, really like it because it's something that can be done really quickly. Anything bigger than this will take you a while. I mean, of course, you know, I end up, if it, however long it takes me, but I find this size is really good for flowers and a lot of flowers and nice portraits. Okay, I pulled my coloured pencils out, haven't used them for 2 years or so, and try again on Lux Archival. Still don't like the paper for colour pencil, I know. And you know what, it's really good that you do that every now and again, like revisit. You know me, I have revisited acrylics how many times, and I'm yet to get the gist of it. So there you, well, it's good that you do that. And Angie says, I have been painting and gouache a lot. I am involved in a Canadian Roots mural project and have 8 tiles to paint. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, it is exciting. Wow. 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 So how big is the mural? Oh my goodness. It'd have to be a really good size. I've done a mural. I did it when I was in high school. Wow, that was something else. Yes. So I've got quite a few projects on the go, but it's very organized. I have a Monday night one, I have a Tuesday night one. Well, I've got Wednesday nights here, or Wednesdays, and the rest is to do other things that I'm in the middle of. Okay, it is big, and once they announce the location, I will post it. Oh yes, please do. Please do. We would love to see, even if it's in progress, you know what I mean? There we go. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Oh gosh, what have I done here? Yes, and of course this is dark green. It's really interesting why I mean I didn't realize when I chose dark green, and I didn't think of, well, because I cover the Pastelmat, that's probably why, but there's a lot of green on green, so I didn't pick it because I was doing green. I picked it because that was available for me on my in my pad there. Okay, I too have done 6 more. Oh, you've done 6 more to do by the 30th. Oh my gosh, we better get cracking. Oh, hello Chandri. Hello there, my dear. How you going? How you going? Quick question, what time is it in the Netherlands? Is it like Europe? It's got to be like Europe. Is it afternoon? Okay. Okay, you're still cleaning and helping at my, oh, okay, not much art going, oh, right. Oh, you've already done 2, Ange. Okay, gotcha. I know, I gotcha. And Cherry, yes, you're helping your daughter. Aren't you a good mum? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's okay, in the afternoon. Okay, good. Because usually I get you like in the early hours of the morning, Chandri. Yeah. And of course, I'm having a look at quite a few posts for people in the Northern Hemisphere. I know it's icy cold, snowing, and here it's as hot as anything. It is cool. It's our summer, you see, so and quite humid at that. Depending on where you are in Australia, but yeah. Okay. She's going to look weird for a while. Steve, hello. The fish ain't up yet, but doggone it. I wanted to see what's going on. I miss you, and I miss you too, Steve. Oh my gosh. I know it's early. I've changed the times. I think I might do it just a little bit later. Maybe, I don't know, maybe half an hour later than I did today for next week. But I know it's early for the US, but I think in Europe, it's in the afternoon. UK, it's, quite early. Well, sort of late morning. And I got to tell you, Steve, your jokes, they crack me up like you wouldn't believe. I'm actually laughing out loud. I'm laughing out loud. On Facebook, I'm thinking, where do you find these jokes? They're like dad jokes, I suppose, some of them. But yeah, you cheer me up. Yeah. 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 Well, it's definitely nice to see you, Steve. What is it? The rose amongst the thorns. You're the only bloke here. Usually Rob sometimes pops in. Okay. Yeah, so now let me see what else has been happening. Over the Christmas break, I think, family, spent a lot of time with family. Got to the point where I forgot what day it was, what time of the day it was, and this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in that space because, I didn't have deadlines, I didn't have to wake up early in the morning, didn't have to do much of that. So I was quite happy about that. And I arted. Yeah. I wonder what 2022 will bring us. What will it do for us, I wonder. When I say us, I mean like the whole world. Yeah. Yes, it's interesting what we're all faced with. So that's all right. All very steady. Who knows, I don't know if I'm going to finish, but I think I'm going to be real close with this project. She's very, very weird at the moment. That might be a bit too dark, I think. Here we go. Oh, she's very dirty. I made her too dirty there. Okay, it can only go up from here. We are wiser and more motivated to live a full life. Yes, yes we are. Yes we are. I'm not going to argue about that. There's just too much going on in the world, isn't there? Some negative and some positive, but there's a lot going on. Okay. Is undercoat the same as blocking? Yes, is the answer. And would the same be applicable in principle with acrylics before adding detail? The answer is yes. And you had and Steve, you'd messaged me. Thank you so much for suggesting a video idea, and definitely this is what I'm doing now, is blocking. That is what I'm doing. I'm blocking before I'm doing anything. So I'm making sure here that I'm putting as many layers down as I can before I start putting in detail. So for example, this calla lily, you'll probably see it when I do the video, but I blocked in before I started doing any details. And that is the same as an underpainting, undercoat, if you would. I mean, I understand what you mean, but yes, all of that terminology applies. Okay, I think they've given up here. Are you talking COVID-wise, Cherry? I think here to people are tired. Time for some normalcy. Yes, I know. Yeah, we're experiencing the same stuff here. I was only just talking about it to someone today, actually, you know. The normal part. What is normal these days? What is normal? I'm just going to vacuum here for a minute because I don't want to muck up what I did here. So I'm just going to turn the sound off just for a moment. Hang on a sec. Oh, did I turn off the sound? I didn't turn off the sound. Oh. Can you hear me? Oh yeah, you can hear me. Oh, what happened there? Oh, is it echoing? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Oh, what did I do that for? Oh, I don't know. It will be a new normal, yes. As long as we all keep out of hospital, just want us to get on with it all. Yes, same. We're still in a bloody full lockdown for 2 months now. Oh, we can hear. Okay, thank you, Chandri. Yeah. Meanwhile, Germany and Belgium has everything open as normal, and they made 30% from the. Wow. Oh dear. Yes. Yes, we want normal. That's what we do. That's what we want. No echo. Okay, thank you, Chandri. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, this is something that our generation hasn't experienced, so it is a bit of a... I wonder what they did when there was like a pandemic like the plague. I wonder what they did there, because it's sort of the similar thing, isn't it, when you think about it? Yeah, I think about that. It's ridiculous. Let me see. Okay, on a lighter note, I am arting a lot more, which is really good, really good. Okay, normal is jamming your little toe in the middle of the... Oh yes. Okay, in the dark against furniture, and trying not to scream at the top of your lungs while everyone else is asleep. I'm not normal. Oh, and doesn't that hurt your toe? Like, doesn't that hurt? That just, oh, it kills, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It kills. Oh. Yes, it does. It kills. Oh dear, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm a bit of a and plus when I'm walking through the house, I'm actually quite loud. Well, it's because we've got floorboards, and so therefore we don't have carpet, but everyone can hear you know, walking up and down. So I dare say they would hear me carrying on like that. If something like that happened to me, the house would, I don't think I could keep it, keep my voice down. It'd hurt too much. Yes. So this was a little, this project is, it's a nice change from what I've been doing, because I've been doing some really epic pieces, and I mean, I haven't finished, there's one or two that I haven't finished yet, but I've been working on them every week, so it's just something that you just haven't seen too much of. Although you did see my night when I live streamed for New Year, and where I was doing the rocks, but or the cliffs, rocks and cliffs there. But that's actually quite an epic project. That's about 70. Must be about 70 centimeters, probably by about 40 centimeters. Yeah, no, it's a really, it's going to be up there. And I did the angel. Anyway, so I've got a few projects which I'm in the middle of. And it is organized. Don't worry, it's not that it's disorganized. It's actually quite organized. So yeah, but I'm having lots of fun. Okay. Cherry says, I've been doing a little on my landscape. Ooh, wonderful. Think I've done the sky. And onto some trees now. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. D says, I always say my life has never been normal, so have learned to roll with it. We take each day as it comes. Yes, we do. I mean, I'm like that too. I feel the same. Did anyone buy new art supplies recently? You know what? I actually bought clothes today. I bought clothes. It's something which, you know, it's normally I buy art supplies instead of clothes, but I bought clothes because I've got these few functions that I've got to go to, and I had to buy a few things. So, but no, I tried to avoid the art shop this time. Yeah. But no. Well, you know what I did? What I did was I cleaned and tidied up my art studio as well on my break. And, you know, you tend to discover things that you haven't seen in a long time. So that's what happened to me. So I don't think I'll buy some for a while. But, you know, You twist my arm. You don't even need to twist my arm. Oh, I'll end up buying something down the track for sure. But no, the short answer is no. I bought some. Oh, and Cherry says exactly, and it's the best for your health. Oh, bought some half pan watercolors, but haven't unwrapped them yet. Yes. Well, it is time now, Cherry. Where am I at with my playing cards? I'm putting them together digitally now. So it's something which I want to finish this year. I keep on saying, but it's this year. This is the year that it's got to be done and finished. But yes, it's still happening for sure. But thank you for asking, Steve. It's definitely happening because I want to do a solo exhibition and put them all together. And, with COVID, I haven't been able to do that. But I'm just going to have to just keep on, because I wanted to do a launch. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm just going to have to do the cards maybe without the launch if that's the case. Your studio setup looks. Oh, thank you so much, Ange. Oh yeah, I had to tidy up everything. But you know what? Like behind the scenes, you don't see it, but like I've got light. Well, you did because I showed you, of course. Yeah, so it looks quite messy. But I can assure you it's not messy. It's not messy. Helena, hello. This looks so good already, Chrissy. Hello, sweetheart. How are you today? Nice to see you. Say hello to your mum and your brother for me. I hope you're well, darling. Okay. Got this nostril here, which I'm just taking care of here, but oh, and have you been I've been watching some shows as well. Oh, that's what I did. I've been watching the Discovery of Witches. That show has season 3 has come around, and I've been watching that as well. So all is well. I find watching shows is, or whatever activity, like because I art a lot, I always need to find an activity which is totally different. And of course, watching my shows, the ones that I enjoy, is a nice distraction. Yes. Okay. All right. Lips. We're going lips. I'm not going to take this off just yet. Okay, what am I after? I want rich red lips. Let me see. Let me start with that. I think this is what I'll start with. Oh, so bright. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This permanent red pan is so bright. It is so bright. Look how bright it is. My gosh. There's no hiding that. And of course this is an abstract portrait, so. Okay, keep me in mind when they're available. I will, Steve. And I've been working on there are 2 things which I'm going to be doing. I'm either going to be doing a Kickstarter, so definitely when that all happens, oh yeah, I'll definitely be telling people about it. Yeah, yes, it does. This red is just incredible. Like, I just can't get over how bright it is. It's super bright. Yeah. Yeah. And you know which other color is really, really bright? The ultramarine. Look at that. Look how bright. That's bright, man. That is so bright. And usually on my the live streams, the camera or the foot, like what you're seeing sometimes, I mean, it's a lot brighter and more vibrant in real life. But this red is just overtaking everything. Ah, yes. You know what, Silke, you're accumulating quite a bit of art supplies as well. I don't know. I think you're up there with us. Helena says, I'm doing pretty good. Back at work now, and will do. I'll say hello to them. Hope you're having an amazing new year so far. Yes, I am, darling. Thank you so much for. Thank you so much. That's lovely. And it's interesting, Steve, all the things that I said I was going to do, I'm still doing them. I still want to write the story, Element Realms. You have no idea that I want to do so much with that deck, and I just life has taken me away from it, and they should have been finished by now, but yes. But I will definitely be telling you when the time comes. Well, I'll be telling everyone, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Silke. Yes, you've got more art supplies than an art store. Because every time you show new art supplies, I go, oh man, there she goes again. And you're definitely an influencer. You influence us all the time. Actually, you know what? when you don't know what you have, and then you find the art supplies down the track, that's when you know you've got too many art supplies. Guilty as charged. Guilty, guilty, guilty. So that's why. You know what I'm into? I've got a fetish for paper. That's what I've got a fetish for. But I buy no clothes. Well, I had to buy clothes because I've put on some kilos and nothing fits me properly the way it used to, so this body is not the same. I'm calling it COVID fat. Oh dear. No, can't be. COVID kgs. Gee, this red is so bright. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so, and progress has been happening for, I'm getting a dog, and I know I've talked about this before, but I'm very excited about getting a pup. And the breed I'm looking for is a miniature Schnauzer. It's a German brand. I know a German brand. It's a German breed. So, you know, big moustache, goatee, bushy eyebrows, but a miniature, not the big one. So that's coming along. Can't wait for that to happen. I'll have company while I art, apart from yourselves, of course. Okay, clothes have been last on my list, but thinking it's time to freshen the closet up. My art supplies are plentiful, yes. Yeah, well, yes, this is what I thought to myself too, because I hadn't bought clothes in for like forever. I was spending all my money on art supplies, but and then it gets to the point where you've got to go somewhere and you go, oh, do you know? So that's what's happened. Okay, when do you think the pup will arrive? That's exciting. Okay, I've communicated with the breeder yesterday, and the litter will be due the 20th, around the 20th of January. So then, well then, 6 to 8 weeks after that, that's when hopefully it will happen. I've put my name down, so so let's see how we go. And I've asked for a female. I want a female. But yes, so I'm looking forward to that. Chrissy, you won't art anymore with a puppy in your studio. Can't wait for the live streams. Well, I've got a special place for it here if it wants to. I mean, all depends. If it's going to be naughty, well, I suppose with a pup it's sort of hard, isn't it? It is hard. But yes. Yes. But oh, I'm so you've got no idea. Like, I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I really am so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. And I'm going to go to like puppy preschool, because really I'm the one that needs to probably be trained. So I'm doing all of that. It's all happening. My body has a unique feature when I walk. My belly precedes me. Then again, there's this. People want to tell me to haul my butt, but they're afraid. And it would take me 2 trips. It's just... dear, I just... what do I say to that? Dear. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I'm so sorry. Dear. Yeah, that pup will be spoiled and definitely spoiled. Well, it has to behave. So that's why I'm going to puppy preschool. But yes, it will be loved. Definitely. Well, you see, all my boys, like all my children, have left, and it probably feels like I need to be taking care of someone, mothering someone, won't I? Okay, the reason why I did that is because I've applied too much pastel, and I want to yes, I've applied too much pastel, so that's why I've done that. And then I start all over again. You're so funny, Steve. You make me laugh. Seriously. Why am I erasing? Because I've put too much pastel down. That's what's happened. And that's why pastels are forgiving. They're forgiving. Thank goodness. Yes. Rob, hello. Please, I'm pleased to see you. How are you, mate? What's going on your side of the fence? She looks really weird. That's okay. She will be for a while. Yeah. Oh, look what I just did. Oh, that's okay. Yes, so yes, no, I've decided to go back to Wednesday evenings for me, but it's Wednesday morning for everyone, or for the Northern Hemisphere. Yeah, so I decided to change it. I gave it a go. It was all right. Because sometimes, like, I need to do things. Saturday mornings, it all depends. So that's why I changed. You're doing well. Wanting to learn oil painting, so I've been watching lots of YouTube videos. Ooh, well, thank you, Rob. Yeah, looking good. Yes. Well, it just so happens I'm going to do. There's an exercise. I'm going to do pastel versus oils. So I'm going to do the same painting, as you see, the same painting, but in oil. So in a live stream. So hopefully I'll finish. Hopefully, if I can finish it this weekend, I'll be ready to do the oil painting version of this, which will be interesting. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I mentioned it earlier. I was asked what medium do I prefer, pastel or oil, and my response was, you know, it's like, which one of my children, you're asking me to decide which one of my children I love the most. And it was, you know, it's so hard. Anyway, but so I thought, but then I did answer, it was pastels, probably because I've developed techniques with it and stuff like that. But oh, I love oil so much. So I thought, you know what? That would be a really good exercise to see. The differences, you know, so she's got very full lips. Something's happened here. What is it? Something's here. It's this. Okay. Look up, I asked about your eraser. Sorry. Oh, that would be awesome, Chris. Okay. So, Angie, what is it? Look up, I ask about your eraser. Oh, you have to explain to me. I'm not getting it. What is that? Look up about your eraser. Okay. All right. I need to vacuum, so hang on a sec. You asked a question. Is this earlier? About my rate. Oh, why was I? It was the. Oh, does your? Oh, here we go. Does your? Sorry. There you go. I found it. Does your kneaded eraser leave marks like grease marks? Mine does, and the paper is never the same. Gotcha. The one I've tried a few kneadable erasers, and the one that I prefer to use is the Faber-Castell one. The reason why I like that one better is because it's not it's tacky enough. I used the Generals once, and what it did was it left residue on my painting, and I didn't like it at all, of course. But I've been using Faber-Castell. Now the question you're asking, does your kneaded eraser leave marks? The answer is no. Like grease marks, no. But remember too, that the oil from your, really I shouldn't play around with it, but maybe there's oil from your fingers that go into the kneadable eraser. There is that to consider. But I haven't found problems using the Faber-Castell one. Dee says, Angie asked, does your, yes, there you go. Thank you so much, Dee. Thank you so much, Dee. Yes, no, I didn't notice that. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna ask me a question, put at Xrissart, so I'll go straight to it. Like you did before, you brought it to my attention, Angie. So yep. Or question, like Rob says, question please. So there's a rule for oil painting saying fat over lean, yes. Thick over thin, yes. But I see some artists thinning the paint to go on top. Is that not going against the rule? What they're doing, Rob, what they're doing is I believe they're painting grisaille. Is that what you mean? And what happens is they have painted their layer fat over lean. They've painted their base layers, and what they're doing is they're glazing. Is this what you mean? Is that not going against the rule? Yeah. Fat over lean. So that's the rule for oil painting. Fat over lean, yes. Thick over thin, yes. Because the underlayers are drying first. But I see some artists thinning the paint to go on top. Yeah, when they're doing that, they're doing grisaille. They're glazing. That's what they're doing. They're glazing. So at what point or at what stage are they thinning the paint to go on top? I'm actually quite cautious when I'm oil painting too, you know what I mean, with that rule. It's only because of the drying time. And sometimes when you put drying mediums, there's that. Okay, not glazing exactly. I don't know how to explain it properly. No, that's okay. No, that's all right. Angie, as good to know. I think I need to stop. I need to switch or stop playing with it. Yep, there you go. Not glazing. Well, that's interesting. Why they do that, Rob? Not glazing exactly. Maybe they're not sure what they're. And I think the layers underneath, I mean, of course, oils, it takes a very long time to dry. It could take anywhere between 6 to 12 months to properly dry. So therefore you probably have to be very careful. When I'm painting my layers are, I don't apply thick over lean. I don't do that. I just gently build my layers thin. I just gently build my layers. I don't do that. So I've done quite a few, and none of them have cracked. I haven't found any problems with mine that I've had hanging for years. I've had no cracking at all, and that's what you come across with oils. Plus they're probably, I wonder if they're using drying mediums as well. Are they using drying mediums? I'm just trying to have a look at, well, next week I'm going to pull out some drying mediums. I wonder if those people, those artists are using, yeah. It's always the drying time that's the pain, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to try to paint a portrait as my first try, although I have done Bob Ross style in the past. Yeah, Bob Ross does the wet on wet, and he doesn't he does it all in one session. He does it from start to finish. Yes, God rest his soul. Yeah. Whereas what I do, I probably, you know, I let mine dry and then I get back to it. There's also and sometimes when you haven't painted it, like you've been painting and then you don't touch it for, I don't know, a week, say. Some people, some artists, you can actually just very lightly use some linseed oil, very, very fine, because sometimes what happens is things dull a bit so you can see what the colours are. There is that as well. It's another tip. Yep. Okay, I know LPF has a style where he paints over top of his portraits in a beautiful way, but it is a technique that masters use, so maybe an exception if you are a professional. I don't know this person. LPF. Might have a look at that. Has a style where he paints over top of his portraits. Do you mean like a brand new portrait? Or do you mean like a glaze? No, I'm sure in a glaze. I've even painted on. I've painted on paper. It's the Arsh make paper for oils. Well, it's probably, you know, rag, but it looks like paper. So I've even painted on that as well. Check him out. I'm actually going to write this down so I can I'll write it down. Whoop, whoop. Let me write this down. I will check that out. Okay, it's not a glaze. I'm unsure what the technique is called. However, it does a beautiful job. I'm definitely going to have a look. I'll have a look. And there's a few oil painting artists that I follow. There's one in particular, she does portraits and that's all she does. But they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous portraits. What's her name now? I'm just trying to think of her name. When I think of it, I will put it on. I'll put share your art with Xrissart. I'll put a little. I'll put a link because it's just beautiful. And she just uses the the primary colors. She uses the the primary colors, black and white, and burnt, like a burnt sienna or some kind of, it's a brown, burnt umber, maybe a burnt umber. And that's all she does, and she mixes to make skin colors. I'm thinking, yes, that's so good. You have paper for oil paint. It's by Winsor & Newton, Winton oil colour pad. Yep, canvas textured paper. Yes. Well, I would be practicing on that, to be honest. It's really good. It works really good. Yes, no, the one that I use is by Arsh. Really good too. And of course, if you run out of, it's something like that is pretty good because for storage. Yeah. For storage. Yes. And I know Fredericks have got, they've got their canvas in a pad. I know that. I've got that as well, which I've used. Also very good. It all depends on your painting style, I think, as well. It does depend on your style. I thought I'd better get into the abstract part of her face. You don't have a painting style, but you'll find that we all say that. It's so funny. We all say that, but then something happens, something clicks. I don't know what it is. Something happens, and you end up having a painting. Well, it's something that people recognize as soon as they see your work. They recognize your style, but you don't have to have a style. I'm just saying it's sometimes what happens over time. Something develops in the way you paint, and then all of a sudden you don't realize that you've got a style until it all happens. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard to explain. I paint oils on wood twice and really liked it. Oh wow! Now, did you, Silke? Did you prime? Did you prime your wood? I assume you would have. No, you say that you don't have one, but it will develop over time. If you do enough artwork, it will. Okay, bye for now. Heading over to Will's. Okay, thank you so much, Dee, for popping in to say g'day. I might pop in to say hello myself just before I go to bed. It's midnight. It's just before midnight here, so yes, I'll pop in to say hello. Yeah. Wow, I like this time, Chrissy. I managed to sit and enjoy my coffee with you. Oh, thank you so much. Bye for now, Henny. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I've also got, I'll probably start maybe just half an hour later next week. Instead of 10:30, it'll probably be 11. Yeah. I don't know. I'll see how I go. Alright, let's have a look. A lot of her face needs adjusting. That's alright, that's all part of it. Need a bigger brush. There we go. All right, I'm going to call it a stream. But look, thank you all so much for hanging around and keeping me company while I paint. I'll see you next week again. And have a nice rest of the week, and thank you all again. Bye for now, everyone.